Hey there, everybody. I'm King 5 meteorologist Leah Pizzetti on this Wednesday, March 18th. It is a damp start to the day. We're not done with the rain. Here are a couple looks outside Western Washington on this Wednesday morning. Bellingham, Everett, Seattle, Tacoma, everybody is seeing similar gray, damp conditions to start the day. We are smack dab in the middle of an atmospheric river event, and it is not done yet. So the rounds of rain will continue through the end of this week. We're also keeping an eye on rising rivers that are leading to minor flooding conditions, specifically the Skagit, Tolt, Snoqualmie, and Snohomish rivers. And that's all due to rain on top of snow. That is also causing the concern for increased risk for avalanches, especially for the western parts of the Cascades up to the north. So we'll talk about all of that. Let's first start with our satellite and radar imagery. This is what we're looking at on this Wednesday morning. We're seeing some light rain through the Strait of Juan de Fuca, light rain up in Whatcom and Skagit counties. The rain, Snohomish County and southward, has pushed east of Puget Sound, so it's mostly in those foothills and then up in the mountains as well. And then we're also seeing it down to the south. So that rain is going to continue. It'll get a little bit of a break this afternoon, but then it's going to pick right back up this evening. I do want to point out, though, even as other parts of our more metro areas start to taper, look at the foothills, look at Highway 2, look at I-90. You see those darker green, those yellow colors indicating more moderate rainfall. That's going to be the trend, is even when our more metro areas get a break, we are still going to hold on to better chances for heavier rain in the foothills, and that is having a domino effect on the rest of our forecast. Part of it is an avalanche warning. So this is in place from the National Weather Service through Wednesday evening. Wouldn't be surprised if we see another one or see it extended as well. This is because of the rain on top of all of that mountain snow, feet of mountain snow that we got last week. So the recommendation is do not travel in the backcountry. Do not do any backcountry exploration because the Northwest Avalanche Center says that avalanches are expected in these areas. So this is Highway 2 and north of Highway 2, the western slopes of the Cascades. Technically speaking, I-90 and Snoqualmie Pass are not included in that, but the summit at Snoqualmie did put out an alert saying that they are actually closing Alpental for their day today, so for Wednesday. So a good thing to keep in mind. Another thing we're keeping an eye on is rising rivers. So this is because it's actively raining. That fuels the rivers on its own, but then we also have that rain in the mountains, which is leading to snow melt, which is melting into our rivers and fueling our rivers in the Cascade foothills. So the alerts that we're keeping an eye on is a flood warning that's in place for the Tolt River and the Snoqualmie rivers. This is going to crest tonight, so Wednesday night. We could actually see a second crest in the days to follow because the rain will continue in different rounds, but this could lead to flooded roads and fields around Fall City, around Duval, around Carnation. I want to clarify, though, this is not the same as what we saw in December. This is not as extreme as that flooding event. I know we have a little bit of PTSD, and so many in this community were impacted so heavily. So I don't want to scare anyone, it is not going to be as bad as what we saw in December. That being said, we do still expect some minor flooding. Technically speaking, the flood stage that is expected is moderate flood stage, but we saw a step above that in December. So yes, keep an eye on this. Yes, we may see some minor flooding in roadways that could shut roadways down, and always remember, don't drive through those flooded roadways. That's what led to the fatality in December, is a person who tried to drive through a flooded road and then he ended up drowning. So please just keep that in mind. You want to play it safe. I don't expect it to be as bad, but we still want to play it safe. All of this is happening because of a moderate atmospheric river event. So you can see this tropical moisture over the Pacific just funneling itself toward the northwest. This has been in place for a couple days now, and we still have a couple days left. It's going to continue through the end of this upcoming week. So 24-hour rainfall totals from Tuesday morning to Wednesday morning. This is the rain that we picked up. Around a third to a half an inch of rain for most areas of Puget Sound, but Bellingham actually about an inch of rain, but half an inch in Mount Vernon, in Everett, in Seattle, in Shelton. So yeah, some pretty impressive rainfall totals, and this is just one day alone. We have back-to-back-to-back days of rainfall totals just like that. Here's a look at what we're expecting through Thursday morning. So the next 24 hours, not quite as much around Puget Sound lowlands, just a couple tenths of an inch of rain, but we could see some isolated higher totals up to the north, Mount Vernon, Bellingham, closer to half an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch of rain. But you see these purple colors here indicating that heavier rainfall in those Cascade foothills. Then we get you through Friday morning. Friday morning is going to be our final push for heavy rain. I'll show you that in a moment. But rainfall totals, in addition to everything we've already picked up through Friday morning, so from Wednesday morning through Friday morning, we're expecting around another half an inch in the lowest totals, closer to an inch, even an inch and a half in some of the higher totals. So Bellingham, at least an inch and a half is very likely. Down to the south, around an inch of rain. Over along the coast, multiple inches of rain. And then all of these red colors here indicating multiple inches of rain as well. So that's part of the reason for that avalanche concern. That's part of the reason that those rivers are expected to rise. So let's get you through the forecast and the exact timing of the track of that rain. This is our Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. here, and you can see that heavy rain falling in the Cascade foothills, mostly north of Highway 2. So the farther north you are, the heavier the rain it's going to be. This is noon on Wednesday, right around lunchtime. A couple spotty showers around Snohomish County into Skagit County as well. Over along the peninsula, South Sound could see some light rain, but a little bit of a break in our daytime hours, and that continues into this afternoon. So your Wednesday afternoon, 4:30 here. Mostly dry. Cloud cover sticks around, a few stray showers here and there, but it is a little bit of a break on Wednesday afternoon. But then late Wednesday night into our overnight hours into Thursday, that's when we see the next round of rain move in. So this is going to be very similar to what we've already seen. Pockets of heavier rainfall, specifically up to the north, especially around those Cascade foothills. That continues into our overnight hours Wednesday night. Early Thursday morning, we have widespread rain once again. I will also say that Thursday morning looks much more wet compared to Wednesday morning. This is what we're looking at Thursday, 7:30 a.m. for that morning commute, and then it doesn't let up. So Wednesday, we're catching a break during the day. It tapers off into the late morning and afternoon hours. That's not the case on Thursday. Thursday, we start with rain and we hold on to the rain into our daytime hours. It's a similar trend. Heaviest rain north of Highway 2 in those Cascade foothills. We're also keeping an eye on some heavier rain along the coast, specifically the south coast in this situation. The final push for rain looks to arrive Friday morning. So this is Friday late morning. You see it raining over the mountains. That can also fuel those rivers. So I would expect our rivers to crest another time after this rain event. We see those rivers rising after the rain event. But yes, it is still going to continue to be an active couple of days. And I want to put it into perspective. Let's do a little check. Here we are heading into the second half of March, and it's been a wet March so far. Here is a look at what some of our major areas have picked up in the rain gauge so far for the month. So far, Bellingham is about 4 1/3 of an inch of rain. SeaTac close to 4 1/2 inches. Olympia 6 1/4. Normal for this time of year for all of those areas is in that 1 to 3 inch range. So we are well above average, more than 2 inches in every case. In fact, Olympia is nearly 3 inches above average for rainfall totals for the month of March. So man, it is a miracle March. And you know what else it is? Almost springtime. Yes, the spring equinox is on Friday. So we are 2 days away from the start of the new season. We have about equal daylight and nighttime. So sunrise and sunset will be just after 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. respectively. It's about split, a little more than 12 hours of both daylight, and then we'll have a little less than 12 hours of nighttime. All right, so to sum it all up for you, I know we just unpacked a lot. We're holding on to rain through about Friday. Saturday could still have a few spotty showers, but it'll definitely be dry compared to what we've seen the last couple of days. We're holding on to dry conditions into the weekend and early next week. A little bit of a cool down in that time frame as well. So snow levels are staying above 7,000 to 8,000 feet through about Friday, but then they actually will lower into the weekend down to about 15,000 or 1,500, I should say, 2,000 feet. But unfortunately, we lose the precipitation during that time frame. So at this point, I'm not thinking we'll get any good snow this weekend, even though snow levels are technically dropping. We don't have the precipitation. We'll keep an eye on that. Things could change. But that is a look at your extended forecast. Thanks for sticking with me. Be sure to stay with the King 5 weather team as we always bring you the very latest.